I didn't want to speak about the World Cup or anything surrounding the World Cup, the culture, the festivities, the history. Yeah, I am completely oblivious to that. Family, can you believe that I've never went to a stadium to watch a soccer match in my life? For me, stadiums are for concerts. That's why I went to watch Chris Brown. Anyway, I see that Africans have united against South Africa in the World Cup. Everyone in Africa has come up to say they are supporting any team that plays against South Africa. And it was evident when we lost against Mexico in the opening match. Mexico whipped our butts 2-0 and prompted all Africans to celebrate.
Mexico! 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 La selección llegó!
Why are African fans backing Mexico at the World Cup?
I think probably all of Africa is rooting for Mexico!
As Mexico faced South Africa at the World Cup's opening game, fans from across Africa were posting videos backing Mexico. Mexico won 2-0. South Africa is one of 10 African teams playing at the World Cup, but the country is facing a surge in xenophobic protests and vigilante violence targeting migrants from countries like Nigeria and Zimbabwe. The violence is fueled by false claims blaming immigrants for unemployment, crime, and strained services. Anti-migrant groups have set a June 30 deadline for undocumented immigrants to leave the country. Ghana, Malawi, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria have already evacuated hundreds of people fleeing xenophobic attacks. While South Africa still has some support from African fans, for many, the World Cup is an opportunity to take a stand against xenophobia targeting other Africans.
The FIFA World Cup opening match showed what these handful of hateful, uneducated idiots have done for South Africa's international reputations and decades of goodwill. All the genuine outrage against illegal immigration has drowned under their violent acts, human rights violations, and threats while they run around the country barefoot and in their traditional attire telling us that they are men. Decades of goodwill built on international solidarity, opposition to Israeli genocide in Palestine, cooperation with other nations have gone to dust. Football is a global language where even politics find expressions. And these jokes about how South Africa at the World Cup has lost the opening game because they were in a rush to go home and defend their jobs and women, or how they can't attack Mexico because they are not African and black, is not only banter, it's political satire building our image. It shows how the worldview is shifting towards viewing South Africa as a hub of hate, something that has never been part of our identity. I mean, we are being compared to Argentina and Morocco, who have committed human rights atrocities against Africans respectively. The state should take responsibility for allowing hate groups which stop children at clinics, schools, beat people, and in some instances incite murder to define our international identity. It's not a joke, and we cannot banter our way out of it. It's a stain. South Africa being regarded as the hate capital of Africa at a FIFA World Cup would have been unimaginable in 2010. Israel is smiling wherever it is because its mission is accomplished. We have lost our moral authority on the global stage, and it's going to impact our case at the ICJ. And you know what's sad? It's the first time we've qualified since 2010. We haven't been in the World Cup for 16 years, and our welcome is now marred by such violent rhetorics. I am so mad. I am so mad that these Zulus, these March and March people that have made this immigration crisis in the country about Zulu supremacy has tainted our image. But most importantly, they ruined a good thing for our national team, for our national prize. These people have been waiting for this. We have been waiting 16 years to have a chance. You can imagine after 16 years, they are nervous. Our boys are nervous. They are far away from home. This is the first match away from home. Far away from home. In a city that they don't recognize. In a city that they can't relate to. They don't understand the language and anything. In a foreign country, they are foreigners there. They're foreigners there. So the last thing they need is for this image that these Zulus have created for us in South Africa, this violent image that they've created for us to linger in the shadows while they're supposed to have a clear mind and play the game. But this image keeps tainting, keeps bugging them. It's a shadow. They holding this energy. They don't need this energy. But you've given them this evil energy, this dark energy. It's sad. It's sad that after 16 years, this is where we are. In 2010, this was unimaginable. In 2010, we were a unity. The FIFA World Cup was held in South Africa, but it was for the whole of Africa. Now these greedy people, Jacinta Ngobese Zuma, who's busy inciting violence in the country and calling for the mass murder of black people. She doesn't have to say it, but her actions speak louder than words. She doesn't have to say it, but we all know that she's inciting violence against the black skin. Remove them by any means necessary. What did you think it meant? That praise God, fast, pray, and they will leave? No. This is really sad for our boys. 16 years and this is what it has come to. I am really sorry. I can imagine you're far away from home. There are no fans supporting you in the stadium. People are cheering for the opposition team. You feel like you're absolutely isolated. And on top of that, you're politically stained. On top of that, you're the most hated country in the world. You've lost your moral compass. The ICJ is not even going to take our case seriously because they're going to say, okay, yeah, Israel has done the worst to Palestinians, but who is South Africa to say anything when you're busy killing people that look like you? I'm not going to speak much about this. Like I said, everyone in Africa is supporting any team that plays against South Africa. And we can spin it around South Africa and say we don't care as long as we've made it. It's more than just making it. You are giving us a bad image. The players are hardly doing their best at the pitch. I'm sure you've seen that match. It was horrendous. Our boys, did not perform. They did not perform. They were not playing like people that wanted to compete. But I can understand the shadow of the country's image is lingering in the air. And they're feeling it. The energy, they're feeling it. And some people in the comment section might say, I know there's a couple of Zulus that are going to come in my comment section and say that, oh yeah, but they've been hating on us long ago. It's more than just a match. This is the hate that they've been harboring for a long time. And now that we're standing up for ourselves, they are showing their true colors. These people have been fake from day one, and we will not be held hostage in our own country. Unfortunately, South Africa is not an island. International cooperation. We have links and ties and relations with other countries. And how do you think they feel? Do you think they still want to do business with South Africa when they see how their citizens are being treated? Both legal and illegal, by the way. I'm not going to sit by and stand and watch you rule the country or do as you please with their people. They're not going to do business. They're going to shut down mines that are owned by South African companies that contribute heavily to our economy, making sure that you have bread on the table. So now you're going to live in your tin houses with no income coming through because you decided that you are an island. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel. I, family, have my own YouTube channel. I know it has been inactive for a long time, but I'm back with a bang. I'm back on my violent streak. I'm back on my gangster commentaries. So please do subscribe to the Native Talk. The link is in the description box below, and I'll see you on the flip side.